Marvel's Daredevil was aired in 2015 and is a Netflix original program. This essay sets out to prove that through a more cinematic application of mise-en-scène, cinematography, editing and sound, Daredevil demonstrates the similarity to high-budget films that defines this supposed second golden age of television. The lighting design in Daredevil is quite similar to that of 2008's The Dark Knight. The heavy use of shadows is present and the majority of scenes are set at nighttime. Shots containing silhouettes and strong backlighting are frequently used, and the settings consist largely of rooftops and alleyways. This dark tone to the lighting is used in both films to show the surroundings have been overtaken by corruption. Costuming in Daredevil is also cinematic to a degree. A huge amount of care has clearly gone in to give Murdock a slick, confident look despite his disability. However, the original black suit plays against the grandiosity of the modern superhero film. The coloration and thuggish look brings up the idea that Matt could truly be deluded and just as morally wrong as the city's other criminals. This subtlety exists mainly to ground the series for unfamiliar viewers, while in the final minutes of the season, the traditional costume is revealed, embracing theatricality just as much as any superhero movie. Camera work is an integral part of visual storytelling in any TV series or film. In Marvel's Daredevil, one of the greatest highlights is the gorgeous noir cinematography. The style is evocative of 40s crime drama, and compared to such neo-noir films as Scorsese's After Hours, Daredevil finds a gritty beauty in the crime-ridden Hell's Kitchen, and the director does well to make sure the scenery is a focal point in many of the shots. The perspective of the audience is often swayed purely through camera work without significant dialogue. Through framing and lighting, one can see this character change seamlessly from good to evil. Meanwhile, principal photography is visually akin to the character in the comic books, with shots often lit with red tones to pay homage to Daredevil's original suit. In both works, the characters are often locked tightly into a scene. The bold and dynamic framing captures the character and gives the audience the uncanny feeling that they are trapped in their world. Darkness and large empty spaces are used in almost every scene that gives a nod to Matt's affliction. One of the major forces behind the convergence of television and film is style of editing. Marvel's Daredevil exemplifies this change in its doing away with the utilitarian methods that plague procedural TV and implementing more elegant and patient cross-cutting. In this scene, a match cut communicates to the audience that Matt is experiencing the same vulnerability he felt as a child after his accident, and the visceral horror of this feeling.
I can't see.
Daredevil's fight scenes, however, constitute the show's most celebrated cinematic element. Here, another scene from the same episode is shown, where a single long take is used to frame the action, replacing traditional editing with camera movement. A comparison can be made with a similarly staged scene in 2014's The Raid 2. While Daredevil takes a more grounded, practical approach, and The Raid 2 uses hidden cuts and handheld cameras to enhance the manic atmosphere, both are symptomatic of a careful and creative approach to editing, foregoing the path of least resistance. These techniques continue to pervade the world of television, and as digital filmmaking and distribution expand, the distinction between the two fades. David Lynch, a celebrated pioneer in sound design, has been quoted as saying that films are equal parts visual and oral. This is undoubtedly true of television too. The comparisons here are being made between Sam Raimi's seminal work in the superhero genre, Spider-Man, and Episode 7 of Daredevil. While Spider-Man relishes in the more comical flourishes of cartoons, and Daredevil drives home the titular character's condition with a Lynchian ambience, both adhere quite closely to the traditional cinematic soundscape. Guns rattle, punches exude a tasteful thud, sound cues accompany sudden movement, and silences are powerful and overbearing. Daredevil takes on the baggage of cinema, complementing overall traditional sound design with powerful music. In this way, it sonically conforms to a cinematic ideal.